She don't know I got the drop on her like, oh, they don't know I got the drop on her.
I'm gonna show you what I picked up from ASOS. A lot of people have been requesting, and I've been paying attention to the comments that you guys have been leaving in the vlogs, because most people see what I wear, like as far as my shoes, and they say where you get your shoes from, where you get your outfits from. So I'm gonna slowly start to incorporate some of the outfits that I purchased. So we got some outfits from ASOS, and I want to show you a small mini haul. So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get ready to get that right now. This is one of the dresses that I got, a little mini dress, nice summertime dress. And the material is very nice, it's stretchy, it's not like that stiff type of material. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but of course we got this off of the ASOS website. The shoes I've already previously had. And let me give you a full 360 of the outfit. That's the front. So this is very nice, I like this dress. Little cute mini skirt. The second outfit. The top I previously owned, but the skirt I purchased. These are new shoes from Guess. ASOS skirt. I'm not sure what brand from ASOS it is, because ASOS carry a lot of different brands. Top is also from ASOS that I purchased previously. And back of the skirt. And please do me a huge favor. If you have already subscribed to the channel, please hit the bell. That is the notification button so that YouTube can notify you when we upload our videos. For some reason, we found out that YouTube are not notifying all of our subscribers. We don't spam, so please, if you want to keep in touch with the content that we're uploading, hit the notification button, which is that bell that's next to the subscribe. This is the last outfit. The pants, recently got from ASOS. Guess boots, also Guess boots. T-shirt, just a plain white bodysuit t-shirt. So.
Exclusive Tony Fad.
claybeats.com.
Clay, you got the heat, boy.
some berries, some strawberries that I love. I'm gonna add some rolled oats. I don't know, it's tongue twisting to try to pronounce that. I like to fill this container up with my oats. And I leave 1/3 of a cup in there, so every time we're ready to take a scoop out, the measuring cup is already in the container and we know exactly how much carbs we're taking in when we do eat our oats or make our shake or whatever we decide to do with oats. First, let's put the berries in there. I am going to remove the stems, throw the berries. So this is gonna be a chocolate strawberry breakfast shake. Add the oats, 1/3 of a cup of oats, organic cacao powder. Use 1 tablespoon of cacao. Pinch of salt, makes all the flavors come together. So that's about a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter for healthy fats. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do to sweeten this? I'm gonna add a banana. Add 1 banana. Going to add some honey. A tablespoon of honey. This is local honey. I like to add 3 cubes of ice. Some almond milk. Now I'm gonna blend all of my ingredients. So I'm going to explain the benefits of my morning breakfast shake, why I like to take this. This is so good. This is amazing. I love this. I love having this in the morning for breakfast. So, carbohydrates fall in between this category, between low glycemic and high glycemic. Low glycemic means it doesn't spike your insulin. High glycemic means spike your insulin. Sometimes people will tell me, oh, I'm going on a low carb diet. How can you go on a low carb diet when you need to take in your fruits and vegetables as a source of fiber? So low carb diets to me is just, do you really know what carbohydrates are or what they consist of to say that you're going on a low carbohydrate diet? The type of low glycemic carbohydrates that I like to incorporate in my diet for breakfast, I'll make this shake here, as you can see. It's on the low medium side because the bananas and the honey, it's on the medium scale on the glycemic index. I'm the type of individual, if I'm not weight training, I don't take my carbohydrates late at night. Some people say it doesn't matter. They say if it's within your caloric intake, you'll be fine with taking carbohydrates late at night, but it's all a preference. You know, late at night, I'll take protein and veggies. And if I'm weight training late at night, I'll throw in my high glycemic carbohydrate with that because I've weight trained and I need that for protein synthesis purposes to help with that recovery process. And the reason why I watch or I monitor the type of carbohydrates I take, because that also affects your fitness goal, your weight loss goal. If you're going more towards the bulking side, then yeah, taking a whole bunch of high glycemic carbohydrates is gonna get you there. But don't dirty bulk. That's one thing, don't dirty bulk. But taking a whole bunch of high glycemic carbohydrates is gonna get you there a lot faster. But if you wanna tone, cut, and lean out, staying towards the low glycemic carbohydrates will help to keep you in a safe zone. This is the trick. I understand why I'm taking what I'm taking. So for the most part, if I'm weight training or if I'm weight training or I'm performing interval training, that is the best time for me to take in a high glycemic carbohydrate. I'm not gonna bore you as far as how the body does break it down and how you take it with proteins, etc., etc. I'll save that for another video. But it's just understanding how and when to take these carbohydrates to help you with your fitness journey. So for me, this is what I do. I have a different set amount of carbohydrates that I consume when I'm bulking and when I'm leaning out, or when I'm in that when I'm in a cutting phase. So when I'm in a cutting phase, I don't take too much carbohydrates, and it doesn't matter if it's low or high glycemic carbohydrates. If I'm taking too much carbohydrates in total, my macronutrients, if my number is, for instance, 64 grams of carb for that day, and I have 64 grams of low glycemic carbohydrates in my diet for that day. If I do 100 grams of low glycemic carbohydrates for that day, what happens is I'm pushing myself outside of reaching my fitness goal. So this is another way how I find that I gain weight very quickly. Maybe a lot of people can relate to this as well. That's why it's so important to monitor macronutrients. It's not a matter of a low carb or cutting carbs out completely. It's a matter of understanding what macronutrients are. Think of carbohydrates like it's a source of energy. Anything extra that I'm not using is going to be stored as fat. So if you have a car, anything that spills out of the car is excess. You don't need it. That's the same way our body works. Anything that's in excess, we don't need, and it gets stored as fat. Doesn't matter if it's a healthy carbohydrates, healthy fat, or healthy protein, it gets stored as fat. That's one way that I like to think about, whenever I'm eating or whenever I'm monitoring my macronutrients for that day. I always keep that in mind. For me, honestly, it doesn't really matter if it's healthy or not. Whatever I'm consuming, if it's too much or it goes over my macronutrients for that day, I'm going to gain weight. That's just how it works. I hope I was able to explain the difference between low and high glycemic carbohydrates without boring you too much. For the most part, this is a small introduction to the difference between low and high glycemic carbohydrates. If you want to see more videos like this, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll go more into details in a later video, the difference between low and high glycemic carbohydrates are and how to manipulate them to use them to help you to reach your fitness goal.
Exclusive Tony Fad.